Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for the Heroic Age Avengers number 3. I was originally trying to do Avengers 3 with New Avengers 2, but my rant on both were too long, so I can't figure out how to cut it down and make it do it justice. So I have to separate the two. Now, if you haven't read the book, please come back later and then watch the video, because there's going to be spoilers. Now, some people may think that I was kind of easy on Bendis, maybe, and to a certain degree, they're right. I mean, I liked Bendis so far. I thought he had a really nice vision of Marvel Comics, the characters. I think maybe he wasn't perfect the whole time. I think he left some things maybe not completed, but I thought overall I was enjoying everything. Now, I'm not enjoying this as much as I should be. Especially with this team. This team is really good, and I think that there's some wasted efforts here. Like, for an example, this cover does not happen at all. I wish it did, but it didn't happen. So in a way, I think that he was trying to treat us with some fan service with the battle with Apocalypse, but that didn't even need to happen. He could have just taken us to this. Now, if you remember my last review, I did think that the Apocalypse part was cool. I thought that, the battle could have been interesting, but I knew that this was not the right Apocalypse because you have Wolverine, Hulk, or Red Hulk maybe, Spider-Man, and Scarlet Witch. So I knew that those couldn't be the normal Apocalypse that we should be expecting. Because we should see pretty much more X-related characters than Avenger-related characters. So, anyways, we have a girl who's watching Avengers Tower, and you see Thor go smashing, flying into their apartment. Now, I don't know about you guys, but just one time, I want to see Thor or the Thing or whoever get smacked from one building, crashes into another building, and this time hits the girl or the guy who's watching the fight. That would be awesome. I think that is another side story that you can go into, but we're never going to get to because that's you don't want to show somebody getting killed like that, I guess. Anyways, you go back to the fight here, and there's some interesting moments along the way, but I think that these horsemen are really underdeveloped. Like you potentially, like with Scarlet Witch here, there's endless possibilities what you can do with this fight. Even the Spider-Man fight, the Hulk one, I mean, it's just endless possibility, but you don't get to see anything because there's not enough time, there's not enough pages to go into each of these characters. So it's kind of like a letdown. It's basically watching a teaser for Lord of the Rings, and you don't get to see anything, and anything important. That's what it's like. So you have Thor fighting Apocalypse, and honestly, who wouldn't want to see that fight? This would have been an awesome fight, but we don't really get it. We just get this wham bam kaboomy, and then that's it. So you have Tony Stark calling out Wanda, which was like, well, I can understand why he would do it, but come on, that's obviously not Wanda. And then she hexes him, he loses his armor, and he goes falling. Now, I thought this part was kind of a good moment where you have Spider-Man going down to save him. And you really get the sense of time and distance as he's falling. And Spider-Man's doing his web thingy, and Tony Stark's like, any time would be nice. And, Spider-Man creates the web to save him. He thought he was a goner, he's pretty happy about that, wants to kiss him. And, Spider-Man's like, not with that mustache, I have delicate skin. Now, I think this was a really good moment in that, with everything that Tony did to Peter with the Civil War, it's kind of nice. It's kind of like what they're doing here is they're burying all the bad blood that happened. So I thought that part was cool. Now, you have Cap shooting the Hulk in the eye, which it's hard to say Cap is shooting somebody in the eye. And you have battling going on here, and more battling. Iron Man, Tony gets his armor back, Thor's involved in a fight over here, Wolverine gets poisoned, and Iron Man goes to Apocalypse, and he's like, hey, we need to talk. He encases him into some sort of force field and pulls him out of the battle. Now, what he's really doing here is he's trying to get some data on what's going on. Well, the Horsemen are trying to go in, the heroes block them. Thor shows great power, but yet I'm like, well, dude, you know, if you could do this, why aren't you doing this? Type thing. I want to see more of this. So, right about now you have Apocalypse going, no, not again. Why does this keep happening? Why are we so vexed? He goes poof. And then the Horsemen, you know, go poof also. So basically what we now know is Kang has set up some sort of time trap for Apocalypse, and they're jumping through time. And see, that's what I'm saying is you really don't need this, because Marvel Boy had already established a connection, supposedly. And I understand that they're going, well, because of this, Tony was able to pinpoint the exact location they need to go to, but they could have done that last issue with Marvel Boy with his device that they got destroyed. So you didn't need this. So, anyways, Iron Man's analyzing the data, and you have Spider-Man and Spider-Woman out hanging out. You know, basically Spider-Man's going, yeah, I should have gone with those other guys. And, you know, Spider-Woman makes reference to the fact that he was a horseman, and he's like, what? I didn't know that. So, you know, he's kind of like a little bit slightly jacked up about that. So you have Marvel Boy walking up the side of the building, and he's like, Spider-Man's like, what the hell is this? You have spider powers too? You got wall climbing. And then, well, and Marvel's like, well, yeah, you know, I have spliced DNA of a Kree insectoid. And then Spider-Man's like, that's it, there's way too many spiders here. So that's where he should have gone with the team. So, you know, he's making light of the situation. And then, you know, Spider-Woman mentions the fact, oh, don't worry about him. He's just upset because he found out that he's going to be a horseman. And Marvel Boy's like, you know, it's nice to know that you have future employment. And then there's that awkward silence, and he's like, is that your idea of a joke? He's like, yes, it is. So I thought that part was really funny. I mean, I didn't maybe say it as it was kind of as funny as it is, but it was a really funny moment. So I kind of giggled, laughed, I guess, about that. So you have Marie Hill going, hey, there's some problems going on, and people are like, whoa, what's this? So when they were going, whoa, what's this? I was thinking maybe they're referring to this, but that's not what's going on. So anyways, they split up into two teams. You have Iron Man, Wolverine, Cap, and Marvel Boy. They're on one team. They're going to go to the future. The rest are taking care of these time anomalies. So I guess you can say the reason why they needed Apocalypse was so that way they can find a reason to split the team to do these time anomaly disasters, which I'm like, why do you do that? Just send the team. Anyways, so the other team goes to the park to fix that, and then you get Double Dinosaur and Killraven. Now, to me, this looks like it's copyright time again, and they have to reuse these characters again, or else they're going to lose their copyright. That's the only thing I can think of why these people are here. Other than that, I'm like, oh, please, why are you going to do this to me? You know? And, well, yeah, we get more of the Avengers history. So, my overall impression is, while it has its moments, it's not I don't think this was a stellar issue by far. I think it's wasted. I think it's a wasted paper, in that it didn't really advance the story like it should have. Well, I think it should have gone. I think it's waste. They didn't need to separate the team like that. I think the team that they had could have just gone to the future to deal with Kang and the Hulk, future Hulk. The Apocalypse was just fan service and didn't need to happen. It really, really did not need to happen. And if it was since it did happen, I think it should have been handled better. I think that alone could have maybe been its own that should have been its own miniseries. Not miniseries, but, 4 issues. Because, you get a taste of something cool, but then it's, you don't get to see what it really is like. And I thought that was kind of like I said, a waste. I'm still going to get the Avengers number 4, since I'm already invested in it this far. but I don't recommend this for a new person. At least not, I just couldn't do that. I think there's too many other strong titles out there to jump on board on this particular series right now, at least. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. What did you guys think of the Apocalypse and his Four Horsemen? This version of Apocalypse. I think it was interesting, but I don't think it. I needed more. I needed more than what they gave me. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll have the other Avengers up shortly.